How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like finishing your laundry and successfully matching all your daughter's baby socks together on the first try.
Let's see. Panda socks, fire truck socks, socks with those cute little strawberries on them.
You matched each and every one of those tiny socks. I mean, has this ever happened in the history of laundry?
And a penguin wearing a cowboy hat socks. Done.
Enjoy the moment, Dad. You've earned it. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
My mom knew I always try to get hurt because, we're kids. Nothing good is about to happen when one kid says to the other, hey, let's build a ramp. And my mom would always try to buy a safe toy so we wouldn't hurt each other. But everybody knows that that's dumb. Everybody knows that any kid can turn any toy into a weapon. The best weapon you could ever have beating up a brother or sister growing up was that big, long wrapping paper tube thing. Remember that? The big, long cardboard tube thing? That was the best thing to beat up brothers or sisters with. Loved it, because it started off as a big, long staff, and you could just start smacking people with it. Then the middle part would get all busted up. Then the ends were still fine. Then you had nunchucks. My favorite thing to do with that tube, though, before we started hitting people, right, was to walk by our family dog who was just laying there sleeping. Stick the tube right by the dog's face. Dog would always wake up. What the? Hey, get the tube out of my face. Stick that tube in my face one more time. I'm going to eat every one of your Star Wars figures.
Your Morning Blitz begins now.
6:07, Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. Did you ever have any wrapping paper tube wars with your sister?
Absolutely,
oh
100%. I mean, who didn't? Did you?
Oh, I beat up everything with those.
Heck
Got
yeah.
beat up. I worked two of them at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it was funny because some of them are a lot cheaper than others. Some of them are way more durable than others.
You're right.
Depending on the quality
Yes.
of the wrapping paper you
Yes.
bought, also dictated the quality of that
I think
roll.
you have to use it as a megaphone first before you destroy it on your sisters and brothers.
Yes, right. Oh, man. Good times.
Hey,
Good times.
I brought in my molasses cookies for you to try.
Oh, you did it? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And I also decided, only because I know you love them, I was making one batch of my cinnamon roll cookies. And I have them for you here.
Oh, my God.
There are only 24 of them. They take forever to make, and it's a pain in the butt.
Like you brought me 24?
I brought them for
I don't need
you.
24?
They're small. They're small.
Okay.
You share them with the family. You don't need to hork them all down.
All right.
So anyway, I thought, you know what?
Might.
You like them. I'm making them for you, and you only. That is it. I am not
Kelly.
making another cinnamon roll cookie this season. You're getting them all. So I did bring them. I'll bring them for
Why
you.
do I feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Oh, you should feel special.
Well,
that's what it's meant to make you feel.
Aw.
Not guilty. Special. Yeah,
All right.
I wanted to do. I thought, what cookies am I going to make for Thick this year? And I thought, you know what? Doggone it, I'm making those cinnamon roll cookies.
Oh, thank you.
So,
they're awesome.
Yeah, I'll bring them in as soon as I bring in your molasses cookie to taste.
Oh, they're
Which
not
is
here
gonna
today.
be in
It's not
5
today.
minutes.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
here.
they're here.
They're just not in the
I just forgot to bring them in for the first break.
Yeah, I have. I've spent the past 2 days. I have a refrigerator full of crack brownies.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
So those will be
gosh.
coming in tomorrow.
Oh boy.
You get your own special
Yeah.
package. But we're having this Christmas cookie social thing tomorrow afternoon.
Yes.
So I'm going to bring a bunch for that.
Just bring them in for that, and I'll just steal some.
Oh, no, you have your own for you and Charlie.
All right.
Come on now. You made me my own cookies.
I did, but they're just small. I mean, just a little small thing. But
Yeah, there's 24 of them.
24 small ones.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, as long as we're just like throwing everything against the wall. I watched the best show on Netflix.
Obviously, it
Binged
wasn't
it.
Hot Frosty.
Was not Hot Frosty. This is like a show. It's got like 7 or 8 episodes.
Oh, a series. Okay. TV show.
And let me tell you who is replacing Jeff Goldblum on my number 1 list is freaking Ted Danson. I love this guy so much. Wow. I loved him in The Good Place. I loved him on Curb, obviously. I never watched Cheers, so I don't know about that. But anyway, he is in this new show on Netflix called A Man on the Inside. It's so flipping good, dude, and it just got renewed for a season 2. So I encourage you. I don't want to say it's like the greatest thing you're ever going to see, but I'm going to tell you that you'll leave this show thinking, what a nice show I just watched.
A nice show.
What a nice show I just watched. It was worth my time.
What's it called again?
A Man on the Inside.
A man. Can you give us a description of what it's about?
It's basically Ted Danson is retired. He's a retired professor, and he's sort of trying to figure out what to do with his life. He's lost his wife and answers an ad in the paper to be sort of a man on the inside of a retirement community where they're experiencing theft.
Oh, so like a spy.
So a private detective has hired him to go move into this retirement community.
Right. He's undercover.
I tell you, he's undercover. It is a delightful, heartwarming, funny show.
All right. Like belly laughs?
Not belly laughs, but chuckles. Definite chuckles throughout the whole thing.
Right.
I mean, you'll laugh.
Okay.
You'll laugh. You may shed a little tear here and there. Worth your time. 100%.
How long are the episodes?
30 minutes.
The half hours. All right. I like those.
I don't know for sure, though. I'm taking a guess here. The last episode that I'm on now is an extended episode. But anyway, dude, I'm just saying, if you want a nice show to watch that isn't full of, like, foul things, if you want to sit down and watch a show with has maybe a little language, but that's it. It's just a solid story. Michael Schur did it, who wrote tons of episodes of The Office. So, anyway, highly recommend.
Man on the Inside.
Am I recommending it too much? Now you'll all come back and say, that show
Well, yeah,
sucked.
it better not suck.
It doesn't suck. And Ted Danson, 5 stars.
Wow, and he's replacing Goldblum.
On my list.
Really?
Absolutely. It's I may have a tie. Ted Danson may be inching ahead. I love that man.
All right.
Okay.
And that's
anyway.
Netflix. A Man on the Inside. All right.
Yes.
I'm willing to give it a shot. I got to have some free time coming up.
You will.
So.
And you'll need something to break up your football games with.
Oh, man. Yeah, not enough of that.
Goose said, is Ted Danson still married to Whoopi Goldberg? No. I don't think he ever was married to Whoopi Goldberg, but they did date.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah. He's married to Mary Steenburgen.
Okay. I have no idea who that is.
Yes, you do. Have you ever seen the movie Elf?
Yeah.
All right. Well, she plays the mom. Yeah.
Okay.
That's Mary Steenburgen.
All right. I just didn't know her name.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get on to Morning Blitz trivia. $25 to waterbeds and stuff if you're the first one who can text in the correct answer. Back on Thanksgiving, in Dallas, they always, when they play their football game, there's always the big Salvation Army tub because that's all about raising money for the Salvation Army. It's a big NFL promotion every year. And a player got fined for jumping in the Salvation Army tub.
Oh, no.
During his touchdown celebration. Who was that player? Who was the player who got fined? Text us at 99700. If you're the first one to tell us the name, you'll get the gift card.
All I want for Christmas is a fish sandwich. All I want for Christmas is a fish sandwich.
And some cinnamon roll cookies. I got them. Man, I got a whole look at this. All of these. And I get to taste test this molasses cookie coming up here just a little bit.
Yeah, my molasses cookie needs a taste test. I think they taste really good, but do you see how flat they are? Because I didn't use shortening and I used butter, so they kind of flattened out.
They look perfect, though.
Do they look okay?
I mean, they look,
okay.
Yes.
Then visually...
I thought it was going to be, like, really flat, like a smash burger or something.
Okay, do you think it's an acceptable visually for our cookie exchange tomorrow?
Without a doubt.
Seriously?
Yes. If that's all you're concerned about is the look, not one person in that room tomorrow will look at this and go, that looks weird. No, it looks like a perfect round, and it's like balanced. Like the whole thing is the perfect thickness all the way across. I thought it was going to be like all real skinny, like burnt on the edge kind of thing.
Okay, so they're acceptable.
They're perfect.
Okay.
Now, I haven't tasted it yet.
Listen, if anyone S-talks my cookies, I want you to write their names down. Okay.
Yeah, because they're going to hear about it on the air, I'm sure. All right, our Morning Blitz trivia question. Back on Thanksgiving when the Bengals played the Cowboys, what player got fined for jumping in the Salvation Army kettle? And that would be Bengals running back Chase Brown. He got fined $5,481. And the reason is, Kelly, when you do, because we see all these celebrations now in football, they've got choreographed stuff and everything else, but you're not allowed to use a prop. You can't use a prop, and that's the only rule in with these celebrations.
So please tell me the NFL is taking that fine money and donating it to the Salvation Army.
I believe that's usually what they do.
Okay, good.
Because it has happened before. The first person to ever do it was Ezekiel Elliott, and that was back in 2016, and he didn't get fined. So he did it again in 2018, and then they fined him for it.
All right.
And
I think that's a nice way to make a donation. You get to celebrate and donate to the Salvation Army.
Where's the consistency? And then, during last year's game, there were multiple, like 4 or 5 cowboys jumped, because it's a giant kettle, sitting at the end of the field, and they were doing like a whack-a-mole thing in the kettle. It was hilarious, and none of them got fined. So it's like every other time they find somebody, and this time it was Chase Brown. It was funny. They asked him if it was worth it, and he didn't know. He had no idea. He said that he could be.
Most weight loss plans are one size fits all, not taking into account each person's individual needs. Noom is here to change that. Noom Weight uses psychology. That's why they say losing weight starts with your brain. But it also takes into account your unique biological factors, which also affect weight loss success. The program helps you understand the science behind your eating choices and why you have cravings. Everyone's journey is different, so your daily lessons are personalized to you and your goals. One of the great things about Noom is that it's nourishing instead of restrictive. They focus on progress instead of perfection. You don't have to give up carbs, or anything for that matter. Have cravings? Food FOMO? Noom can help you lose weight while still enjoying your favorite foods. To date, Noom has helped more than 5.2 million people lose weight. Stay focused on what's important to you with Noom's psychology and biology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com. That's Noom.com.
Fined for doing that. And they asked him if it was worth it. And he says, no, definitely not. I don't make enough money for that crap.
Oh, no.
Because he's still on his rookie contract.
It's like covered in red glitter, the Salvation Army kettle.
Yeah.
And I can see him standing in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's huge.
I think it's kind of a nice way to donate to the Salvation Army if that fine money goes to the Salvation Army and the NFL doesn't just gobble it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have done that every time they fine for that one specifically.
Oh, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct fine?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Come on, it's Christmas. Let them jump in the kettle.
When they do fine players in the NFL for all these different things that they fine them for, that money does all go to charities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is a blanket NFL charities pot that they constantly are, and that's where all fines go to that. So it is all go to a good cause. But so that's
I'll make enough money.
I know. $5,000, dude. I know you're making I know you're on your rookie contract, but you got to be making some pretty decent money.
Talk about things not being even across the board. If he got fined, what was his fine?
$5,481.
Did you see Ezekiel Elliott's fine was $13,000
for jumping in the kettle?
For jumping in the kettle in 2018.
Well, what is that about?
$13,369 he was fined.
And he didn't get fined in 2016.
Yeah, so there's no uniformity with this. I guess they just throw a number at the person and...
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, I guess so. So their fines are about as consistent as their officiating. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. So Chase Brown's trying to negotiate. He's like, how about if I just donate half that amount to the Salvation Army?
I'll just cut that in half and I won't do it again. How's that? All right. Well, congratulations to Bo from Columbus. He was the first one to text in the correct answer. And Bo can go spend $25 over at Waterbeds and stuff.
It's the Morning Blitz.
And now it's time for I've Got Something.
Let's see if these dummies have anything worthwhile for us.
It is 6:40 with Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick. And by the way, regarding Landman, Kelly, Michelle said, oh my God, Billy Bob in all his glory.
I love Billy Bob. Yes.
You're going to get all of Billy Bob, it sounds like.
Well, this is cool. I don't know anything about this show. But it sounds like it's excellent. I hear everyone talking about Landman.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yep.
I'm going to start it today. All right, well, I got something, unless you want to go first.
Have at it.
What do you want to do?
Go for it.
Monkeys have been spotted roaming around Orange City, Florida. And authorities are warning residents to not feed or approach them. Police say the sightings first began on December 13th, and similar reports were made to authorities in the cities of Deltona and DeBerry. The monkeys are believed to be wild. And by the way, it is a misdemeanor to feed wild monkeys in Florida. So this is the first time hearing about wild monkeys being in Florida. Yeah. I did not know this.
I had no clue they were right. I mean,
I
don't even understand.
I poked around on the internet a little, all right? And I see that back in the 1930s, this is how Florida got monkeys, at least one species, the rhesus macaque species, all right?
Oh, that's the same one that was... Isn't that in Carolina, all those that got escaped?
Yes.
They were macaques.
So, back in the 1930s, this commercial riverboat captain named Colonel Toohey was trying to boost business. So he decided to release 6 rhesus macaques on an island in the Silver River north of Orlando because he thought this would increase tourism and get him a bunch more business. Well, problem is, number one, these monkeys are excellent swimmers, and number two, they love to breathe.
Yeah.
So they swam, I guess they wound up in the forest in what is now called Silver Spring State Park. They started breeding like crazy.
Oh, wow.
So there's one instance. And another instance, back in the mid-'70s, there was an amusement park called Tropical Wonderland in Titusville, Florida. They closed up shop and just let their rhesus macaques go free.
Just let them out.
They just let them out.
Go ahead, guys. You're done working.
There are several other incidents where people just let their monkeys go and then they started breeding nuts. So they have had to do population control, which has really upset some people, as you can imagine. Yeah. But there are still some wild monkeys out there in Florida. They are known to destroy the natural vegetation, so they don't really like them breeding out of control there. But also, you're not supposed to touch them or feed them because if they scratch or bite you, then you can be infected with herpes B. And you don't want that during the Christmas season. So anyway,
A,
FYI,
B, or C.
If you are going to Florida, watch out for the wild monkeys.
I don't want the herpes. I'm not on the naughty list.
That's right.
That was so funny yesterday. All right, I've got something. Every year, the Library of Congress adds movies to their National Film Registry.
Yeah, okay.
And Kelly, when I was a kid, man, I would do anything to watch these movies. They were so taboo. Wasn't supposed to watch them, but I wanted to see everything that Cheech and Chong ever made.
I thought you were going to say Faces of Death. Remember that?
No, I saw those too.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they didn't make the National Film Registry, the Faces of Death.
Okay, all right.
But Cheech and Chong did. Up in Smoke is going into the National Film Registry.
Hey, you want to get high, man? This how they do? They got wooden balls, man.
Right. Up in Smoke from 1978. It was their first movie.
Wow. So they're memorialized for till the end of time.
They
now.
are here to stay. Cheech and Chong. That is, it was like, oh, they were so bad. Oh, don't watch that. Oh, and now here they are in the Library of Congress National Film Registry. It's my favorite thing ever. It's one of 25 films being inducted this year for preservation. To make it into the registry, a movie must be at least 10 years old and have some sort of cultural, historical, or aesthetic significance.
Have they put Reefer Madness in there yet?
Oh, I don't know.
That's about the funniest movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
See, stuff like that, though, is why marijuana is so taboo. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was so stupid.
I remember there's one part, I haven't seen it in a long time, but, it was this propaganda film to keep people from smoking pot way back in the day, right in the 30s, I think. So there's a part of it where this woman, a young lady, smokes pot, and then she starts playing the piano, and then she starts playing faster and faster and faster and faster, like it was making her go crazy, this marijuana.
I'm like, wait a minute, is she on cocaine?
With the things we know, I mean, obviously, that is not how marijuana impacts a human being.
And, still to this day, I'll see sometimes in a movie or a TV show where somebody, and the way they act, I'm like, nobody acts that way on marijuana. Nobody.
She jumped out a window. Nope. You don't even have the will to open the window.
Oh, man.
You just want to chill, man.
Unless I'm yelling to somebody to bring me back some French fries. So other movies that made it in, I'm not familiar with some of these. They're older. Pride of the Yankees from 1942, Invaders from Mars from 53, The Miracle Worker, I know of that one from 62, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is in this year,
That's
1974.
iconic. That's iconic, yeah.
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan from 82, Beverly Hills Cop.
Nice,
1984.
perfect. Love the choice.
Dirty Dancing.
Ugh.
That's 87. Never heard of this movie. My Own Private Idaho.
Oh, I've heard the B-52s sing about it.
Came out in 91. Spy Kids from 2001. My kids love that. No Country for Old Men, 2007. Fantastic movie. And The Social Network.
You're living in your own private Idaho.
Yep. So The Story of Facebook from 2010. Those all got into the Library of Congress National Film
Very
Register.
nice.
Yeah, I love it. Cheech and Chong, man. Can't beat it. Bad Flower on the Morning Blitz. That is The Jester. It is 6:50. That's Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. We are 6 days away from Christmas. Just 6 more days to go.
Yes.
I'm not done shopping. Thinking about buying a drone, though. I just want to be ready for the battle that's coming, or
The drone
whatever
battle.
it is.
I don't know. Can you battle a SUV-sized drone with whatever you can buy at Best Buy?
I don't know. Do they sell rocket launchers at Best Buy?
I don't think so.
Jeez. So you did this story the other day, and I guess I didn't catch it. I didn't hear this about Wright-Patterson Air Force Base closing their airspace for several hours.
Yeah. They did, because of drone activity.
How did I? You did that during one of your 3 things?
I did.
Which
That's
day?
okay. I don't know, man.
Oh, okay.
Monday or Tuesday. It
like,
happened Saturday night into Sunday, I think.
Right. Well, so this is old news.
It's okay. We can talk about it again. There's tons going on about drones.
Well, I got some audio from Wright Pat, and it reveals a warning to divert aircraft due to the drone activity.
Med Flight 8 Patterson Tower, use extreme caution for heavy UAS movement on the base. Security forces is handling the situation. Suggest at or above 1700 AGL.
That we will maintain 2000 and on our transition for Med Flight 8.
And I gotta keep the lights down so that security forces can see.
Roger that, no problem.
All right. So I hear that stuff, and I'm like, we're still being told nothing, basically, that we have nothing to worry about, nothing to see here, Kelly.
Okay, you know, one of the more entertaining things that I am watching now about these drones is Bethany Frankel.
I know, my God.
Bethany Frankel is freaking amazing. She's so funny. So she's on the case. She even took her driver out yesterday to go find a drone last night. But so she says that she has been speaking with someone whose father works with the Pentagon and NASA.
Yeah.
And she says basically that these drones are out there sniffing out something dangerous.
Yes.
Like they're searching for something. Maybe like radiation involved, something like that. I don't know. But she said that the areas where these drones are being seen coincide with that have like spikes in radiation. So it could be something to do with a weapon of
like
sorts,
a dirty bomb.
But that's what she's saying, and I'm telling you, she's really entertaining. Like or hate Bethany Frankel, I like her. She is so entertaining and funny. But check out her TikToks; they're wild.
I saw some of that yesterday. I mean, I don't know. You know, if you're not, you need to be positive if you're going to make claims like that, though. Just make sure you're positive.
Yeah, she says this person's got connections, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, my gosh, we had remember the congressman up in New Jersey who was telling us what he was told about the
mothership.
Mothership. You know, he knows something.
I still don't know what a mothership is.
It's just a transport ship.
But nobody's even talking about that anymore.
Yeah, no, they said it definitely is not that. So it's like all these people who know somebody. I don't know. But yes, she's funny. It is entertaining. There's no doubt about that with Bethany. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Eventually, I figure we'll find out something. If that's the case, though, if it's searching for something dangerous, again, you can tell the people, look, this is top secret. It's a matter of national security. We can't talk about it, but you're not in danger. Just tell us that. Just say that for us. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would.
Yes.
I'll see drones this Christmas in Jersey and Washington, D.C. We don't know if they're UFOs. Their mere presence frightens me. I hope they can't find me with their laser beams. I'll shoot drones this Christmas and a new year full of screams.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
Thousands of Amazon workers are walking off the job this morning.
Oh, what?
I mean, obviously, these are absolutely critical days needed to fulfill orders before Christmas. And we know that some Amazon locations are they are in the Teamsters Union, okay? And we know Amazon hates a union. I mean, you know, does not want their workers organizing. But some locations across the United States are represented, the workers are represented by the Teamsters. And those are the ones that are striking this morning. 10,000 workers will be striking in New York City, Skokie, Illinois, Atlanta, San Francisco, and Southern California. And Teamsters local unions are also putting up picket lines at hundreds of Amazon fulfillment centers nationwide.
Wow.
Today. Now, I don't know if we have union represented Amazon fulfillment centers. Wait,
somebody out there will know.
Please text us at 99700 and let us know if you are in a union at an Amazon fulfillment center, because apparently those locations are going to be striking and having picket lines starting this morning. And they basically, Amazon doesn't really like working with the Teamsters at all, as we know. And they, although they say their workers are free to organize, they tend to seem to discourage it in some way. So I don't know, but this is a pretty big situation.
Yeah, man, that's
especially
crazy.
If you're waiting on an Amazon order.
Well, who isn't?
Before Christmas.
Who isn't waiting on an Amazon order?
It's wild. So please tell me, do we have any Teamsters represented Amazon workers in the Columbus area? I'm very curious if any of our fulfillment centers will be picketing. Luigi Mangione is waiving extradition. Reports say he could be transferred from Pennsylvania and be back in New York City by tomorrow. He's, of course, facing murder and terrorism charges in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Well, congrats to us. Apparently, we have won the war on the murder hornet. Federal authorities say the invasive species has been completely eradicated in the U.S. Yes. The first specimens were found in Washington State, as we know, right around the pandemic.
It was like,
very weird.
The world was ending.
Yes. And apparently, there have been no confirmed sightings of the murder hornet in 3 solid years. Now, we do know that this species, which is native to North Asia, is known for destroying entire beehives within hours to feed their young. They decapitate the bees in the process. So it's a very weird thing. That's how they got their name, murder hornets. In Japan, these murder hornets kill about 50 people each year. So they are deadly. But here in the U.S., the murder hornets were confined to Washington State. The Agriculture Department found a nest in 2020 and they destroyed it. And then they found and destroyed 3 more nests in 2021. And that's it. Not a single one has been seen since. One destroyed nest holds 500 hornets, including 200 queens. 200 queens.
Wow.
But I don't know. I mean, if you're a murder hornet and you can only be bothered to create 4 nests, in a span of a couple years, I feel like you really don't want it enough. You didn't want it enough. All right? You deserve to be eradicated. And those are your 3 things.
Falling in reverse on the Morning Blitz at 7:10. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. We'll be opening some gifts here soon. And Kelly, if you get a gift and it's just a terrible gift and you don't understand why the person gave you that gift, what do you say?
I say thank you so much. That's so nice of you. I really appreciate you thinking of me. How nice. Absolutely.
Do you think that maybe gives it away, though, when you say, I appreciate you thinking of me?
No, I've never, ever, I would never let on to not liking someone's gift, ever in a million years. I would say, I love it. I love it. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Because you know why? Because I have a heart. I am not a callous human being. I'm decent. I'm never looking to make anyone feel bad for actually handing me a gift. How could you ever treat somebody poorly in that situation?
Well, 25% of the country says they will say they love a gift that they don't like.
You should say that. More of us should. More than 25%.
About half of people say they have used their resting gift face during the holidays to mask their disappointment.
Yes, you should mask any and all disappointment during Christmas gift giving. You should never be honest in this situation. And you know I like to promote honesty, except in a gift-receiving situation. Never be honest if you hate it.
Other top responses for disliked gifts include, thank you for thinking of me.
There you go, okay.
Now, this one I would never use. It's the thought that counts. If you say that to somebody, you're telling them this is not a good gift.
Right.
You know, so you can't say it's the thought that counts.
Mm-mm. You can't.
I did like resting gift face.
It has to be a resting gift smile. And it has to be genuine, people. Put some effort into it.
The worst gifts are the ones you don't know what they are. You open it up and you're like...
When has that ever happened? When have you ever opened something you didn't know what it was?
I'm looking at it and turning it and going...
Like what? Give me an example.
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Because it never happened.
Yes, it did. I know it's happened.
There is no chance in hell that you have got a gift you didn't know what it was.
You're listening right now. Back me up on this.
Please, I'd love to know. Tell me what it was. Tell me what it ended up being that you didn't know what it was at first.
Well, because it was so bad, I've forgotten. You know, so.
you push it out of your brain. I need to know. If you ever got something you didn't know what it was, I find that hard to believe.
Well, I tell you what, I know what a molasses cookie is. Yes. And I want to try that coming up next. Kelly brought in her molasses cookies that she was so worried about.
Now, I've said, and I know...
I'm the test rabbit here.
Yeah, you are the test. You're going to be testing it for me. I think they taste really good. I was worried about the appearance because I think it's just as important as the taste. And the appearance has passed muster.
It's perfect round, perfect circle, and it's balanced all the way across. I mean, it's like the exact same thickness. It's perfect. It looks like it would be in a cookie counter at the store.
That's really nice of you. It's a thin cookie when really a molasses cookie is supposed to look more the shape of like a chocolate crinkle cookie.
Right.
That's supposed to be, these are really flat.
Well, I didn't know that, so it wouldn't matter to me.
Okay,
but
all right.
The taste is what matters the most. And we'll find out coming up. My darkest days on the Morning Blitz, 7:23. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. Not going to say yet, but I just found something that really triggers Kelly, and I didn't even find it. She told me what it was, and then I found it, and then she got triggered. And I mean,
I am so mad right now.
Oh my gosh! That'll be coming up next. I thought I had the worst Christmas song, but maybe I don't. We might have the two worst Christmas songs, maybe.
Christmas trigger for me, baby. Oh, boy.
Well,
you started playing it, and I'm like, no!
All right. Well, before I get her even more angry, I'm going to go ahead and try this molasses cookie.
Now, keep in mind, I made these on Monday.
Perfect that is.
Okay, do you like it?
Look, it's absolute.
You think it's a decent looking cookie?
Oh my gosh, I don't understand. I guess because I haven't seen them the way you're thinking it's supposed to look.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like you've seen the chocolate crinkle cookies with the powdered sugar on the top during Christmas, and it's sort of a puffy, round cookie.
Look how perfectly chewy. I mean,
thick.
it didn't, not one crack, just came right apart. Look at that. All right.
Wait, are you lying like I told you to lie about a bad Christmas gift?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, Kelly, it was the thought that counts.
Okay, it was. All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I hope you like molasses, though. What do you think?
Texture perfect, chewy perfect. Flavor perfect. What?
Really?
Oh my God.
Okay, so I can put this in our radio station
Hands
Christmas
down.
cookie exchange
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes.
They're not too ugly, and they taste good.
They're great.
Oh, what a relief!
I knew you were. I thought like, oh man, you must have messed up these cookies.
Yeah.
No, you were just worried for nothing.
Okay. Oh, you're so nice.
I'm serious though. I'm not. It's a great cookie.
Okay.
And it looks great. I don't.
All right. Well, I think it's only because you don't know how they're supposed to look, but I don't
maybe.
care because probably nobody else does. Because I was informed on text the other day that they haven't heard of anybody making a molasses cookie in 30 years.
Oh, is that right?
Apparently, it's an old school cookie. I love a molasses cookie, so I'm making them. I
Great
hope
flavor.
that nobody on the staff knows what they're supposed to look like either.
Man, it goes great with coffee too.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
great
you.
cookie to go with coffee.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'll make a new batch today, and I'm bringing them in.
Oh. Yeah, it's funny you talk about things that look bad.
Yes.
Some people cannot gift wrap.
Oh, I
Some
know.
people are. How are you at gift wrap?
I'm okay. I think I'm pretty good. I'm the one who will do the gift wrapping around Christmas. My husband wraps my gifts, and they look great. So,
well, so he's good. Charlie's good gift wrapper.
Yeah, he's a good gift wrapper.
I feel like I'm really, really good at it.
You are. I think you
Have
have
you seen?
I've seen your wrapping before. You're known to give out gifts and stuff around here, birthday gifts and things like that. And until we made a deal that we wouldn't do it anymore. So, yes, you are a great gift wrapper.
About 2/3 of America say they're good or very good at it. So I guess
You're very
right
good
in that. 1 in 5 say they are somewhat bad, and 1 in 10 say they are horrible at it. I know people who are horrible at it. But apparently, men living in the Midwest are the worst. So I took offense to this.
Oh, okay.
Stupid survey.
Well, but although you could come out like number 1 in the Midwest in gift wrapping, so that would give you like some kind of an award in the area, right? A regional gift wrapping award we could give you.
Well, there's a process. You have to do it right. You got to have a good space.
Yes.
You have
to have the right wrapping paper.
You got to have the right grid lines. Grid lines are great.
Yes.
Grid lines are my best friend.
Grid lines are great because it means it's a higher quality paper.
Yep.
It's a thicker,
Yep.
if you get the dollar store paper, which is totally usable, don't get me wrong. It's a great place to buy gift wrapping, but it can be a little thinner and they can sort of wrap on the edges and corners.
Right.
Sometimes
it
rips
a little bit. You got to be a little more gentle.
You have to be gentle. But grid lines, yes, you have to have a whole station set up, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Do you use two-sided tape or one-sided tape?
No, just one-sided.
Okay.
What?
Because some people use two-sided
so
that you don't see the tape.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going that far.
Okay. All right, well, then maybe I'll give you a second place finish in the Midwest.
I'm not going that far. But it's tight. See, and the other part of it is the cutting of the paper.
Yes.
That is key. You got to cut the right size of paper because some people will use too big a piece and then it gets all bunchy, or my favorite's when they get too small a piece and then they're cutting another piece off to cover up because it didn't wrap far enough.
Yes. Yes.
Metallica on the Morning Blitz, 7:38. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. Man, you go everywhere, Christmas music playing. But there's some bad Christmas songs, and I guess we have a couple of them. And there's more than this, but I thought I found the worst one last year, but Kelly may have outdone me here. I guess
I don't know. I don't know if I've outdone you, but I will say one that I hate more than the one you found is an absolute. It may be number 1.
It's a bus wreck.
Yeah, I have to concede. And if you didn't hear it last year, you're going to hear it this year. It is one of the worst songs you've ever heard in your life.
All right, and so let's get into this one a little bit before we get on to Kelly's. It's by an artist named Linda Bennett, and it's called "Good Old Fashioned Christmas, Daddy's Home." And it's this family sitting around waiting for Dad to get home on the bus.
Look outside, the snow is falling. What a sight to see!
Oh, that's rough on the ears.
Daddy will be coming home as happy as can be. He'll be walking through the Christmas with all the children by the Christmas tree. It's gonna
All right, you get the idea. Let's move in here a little bit.
We're sorry to interrupt this program, but a bulletin has just been handed me. There's been a serious accident involving the number 5 bus out of New Haven. The only information we have is that the bus skidded on a patch of ice and slammed into a tree. Stay tuned to this station for further details.
Mommy, isn't that the bus Daddy rides each night?
So bad.
Put your mind at ease, my children. Everything's alright. Everyone, don't get excited. Things will be okay. Nothing bad is gonna happen on this Christmas day. It's gonna be a happy, Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's hard. I got to get back to the next update here.
This radio update.
Yeah.
And me.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been handed the latest report involving bus number 5 out of New Haven. And from all indications, we're sorry to report that there were no survivors.
Oh my God, this just can't happen. What am I to do?
Oh, it's terrible.
What have I got left in life to look forward to?
Who will walk me down the aisle?
Oh my God.
On my wedding day? Who is gonna buy me toys and take me out to play?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Here we
don't
go.
just stand there.
Wait, what? Oh, here we go.
Daddy! Daddy!
Merry Christmas, everybody. No, it's late, and I missed my bus. Well, don't just stand there. Help me with these presents.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So
Meanwhile,
we go
there's a
from-
bus full of dead people.
Right. Forget those other burning SOBs. I made it home.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad one.
I mean, it is so
I will
bad.
say, though, that I do laugh through that. It is a hilarious song.
It's that bad. I mean,
it's that bad.
You know.
It's so bad, it's good.
But I love they just break back into it's gonna be a wonderful Christmas. Meanwhile, there's this bus full of
they're
dead people.
scraping 50 people off the road down the street, but oh my gosh, yeah, it's pretty bad.
All right. Okay, so yours.
All right, let me just can I just say that I absolutely detest this song to the core of my being. It's the song called Christmas Shoes by a group called New Song. And it's basically about this poor raggedy kid who's in a shoe store on Christmas Eve trying to buy his dying mom a pair of shoes because daddy says she might meet Jesus tonight and the little boy wants her to look nice.
Jeez.
But he doesn't have enough money. So somebody else has to pony up the rest of the money for this kid's dying mom's shoes on Christmas Eve. I want to tell you the rage this song creates in my gut, because what psychopath decides to make a song it's written to make you feel like absolute dog crap, all right? We're already feeling bad out here, all right? We're trying to sing Christmas songs to make us feel better, not about some poor little kid in dirty, worn clothes who can't afford a pair of shoes for his dying mom who might meet Jesus tonight.
It was almost Christmas time, and there I stood in another line, trying to buy that last gift or two.
He sounds very old.
Not really in the Christmas mood. Standing right in front of me was a little boy waiting anxiously.
Oh, he's singing about the boy.
Pacing round like little boys do. And in his hands he held a pair of shoes.
I've never heard this in my life.
And his clothes were worn and old. He was dirty from head to toe. And when it came his time to pay, I couldn't believe what I heard.
All right, just listen to this part and that's it.
Sir, I wanna buy these shoes for my mama, please. It's Christmas Eve and these shoes are just her size. Could you hurry, sir? Daddy says there's not much time.
Oh my God.
You see, she's been sick for quite a while. Know these shoes will make her smile. Want her to look beautiful if Mama meets Jesus tonight.
Okay, I can't hear anymore. This makes me so angry that you would foist this upon the public during the Christmas season. It's nonsense. It's nonsense.
There are a few of these, actually.
Okay, and the thing is, like, you're trying to emotionally manipulate me into being really super sad about a fake kid and his fake dying mom. Like, literally, there are real human problems out there that each of us are dealing with. Why don't you give me Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? That makes me happy. You know, a little walk-in a winter wonderland. That's what I'm looking for in a Christmas song.
Right.
I don't need a life lesson about a poor little boy and his mom who might be dying before he even gets to purchase the shoes. Oh, I hate you.
Mama's gonna look so great.
Oh, gosh.
Sir, I wanna buy
modulation.
Oh, man. There's another one. I can't find it. Damn it.
Oh, my gosh. I tell you.
There's one about a kid whose dad died, and he was on the CB talking to all these truck drivers, and they were all willing to talk to him because his dad died. His dad was a trucker, and it was really sad, but it was absolutely...
It doesn't beat a mom whose kid's been... a mom who's dying, and her little poor kid in ragged clothing is trying to buy her a pair of shoes with pennies. And the cashier says, "You don't have enough money, little raggedy kid." Is it worse than that?
I don't know. Boy, he's really into it, isn't he? Okay.
He said this little poor... Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh. All right. I need something to uplift my spirit.
Well, it looks like they equally sucked both as much, Kelly, talking about those bad Christmas songs.
How about this? The Christmas shoes one that I don't like at all. It just put it nicely. Virginia says they made a Christmas movie about it.
Oh,
and
no way.
Rob Lowe is the one who buys the kid his mom's Christmas shoes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Somebody texted, if she's dying, why are you buying shoes?
Well, yeah, and then Kelly and I just found one called Santa, Can I Ride My Bike in Heaven? The boy is dying.
Yeah, they upped it to now the mom's not dying, now the kid's dying.
Right. And he asks Santa, he goes to see Santa and says, "Can I ride my bike in heaven?" I'm like, and it's the same cheesy music and the same cheesy voices. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, my gosh. Now, who said... Oh, darn it. Okay. Somebody said the Christmas shoes, let me find your text, is all about... Here we go. Jen says Christmas shoes is about love and the Christmas spirit. Which, Jen, if you receive it that way, God bless. I love that you do, and that's really sweet. But I feel like, and I told
so
Jen...
cheesy.
I feel like you are heaping depression upon the shoulders of an already suffering public. There's no need to do that in a song during Christmas.
Right.
You put that thing out in July, all right, when we can handle it.
Otherwise, you're on the naughty list.
Right.
Speaking of the naughty list, there are several that are on the naughty list this year.
Okay.
I don't want to steal a news story from you. You don't know anything about CVS, do you?
Please go right ahead. No.
Okay. So the Department of Justice is accusing pharmacy chain CVS of illegally dispensing massive quantities of opioids in the name of profit over public safety. The lawsuit was filed yesterday, says that for more than a decade they filled dubious prescriptions for controlled substances that had no real medical purposes.
Naughty! Like Tally the Elf.
Naughty! New York Mayor Eric Adams and several of his aides, one of them just resigned let's see. He was expected to resign, surrender, and face charges today. Ingrid Lewis Martin did resign. Is expected to face charges today. Lewis Martin helped a group with a hotel construction project last year in exchange for a 6-figure Porsche for her son.
Oh my gosh!
This is what our leaders are doing. And Lewis Martin is one of at least 6 close aides to Adams who have resigned amid their own criminal charges. So there's that. And then on to the celebrities who are on the naughty list. Chris Brown received a $10 million grant. This was the pandemic relief funds, Kelly.
Yes.
$10 million. Chris Brown, the singer who beat up Rihanna, the R&B singer. He kept $5 million, spent $80,000 on his birthday party, which included models and body paint, an LED dance floor, and $30,000 worth of hookahs and bottle service. So,
okay.
There you go. Lil Wayne. $8.9 million pandemic relief funds he got. He spent $1.3 million on private jets, $460,000 on clothes, $15,000 on female companions.
Okie dokie.
Steve, is it Aoki?
Uh-huh.
That's
how I would say it.
He received $2.4 million in pandemic relief funds and paid himself $1.9 million of that. And then the hip-hop rap duo Ray Shremmerd, which is drummer's ear spelled backwards, by the way. They received $7.7 million and kept all of it for themselves. So,
hey, also really quickly, the North Pole Government Department of Christmas Affairs has come out with their 2024 Naughty and Nice list. And if you give me your first name, I will tell you if you are on the Naughty or Nice list. I've already looked up Rick. You are on the Naughty list. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Did you put in Rick or did you put in Thick?
Oh, well, I don't think Thick is an official name in the Department of Christmas Affairs. I have Karthik. Would you take that?
Karthik?
Karthik, Karthick. That is the only name that remotely resembles Thick. Karthik.
Is it on the nice list?
It's on the naughty list.
Oh, well, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
All right, evidently I'm naughty.
Kelly, I hate to tell you, is on the nice list, so I will be getting great gifts from Santa. So yes, that is online now. Good for you. If you go to christmasaffairs.com/list, you can enter your own name and see if you're on the naughty or nice list.
Type in Heather.
Oh, I will right now. Heather. Nice.
Oh, damn it.
Heather's on the nice list. Now, if her name is Heather Lynn, she's on the naughty list.
No. I'm going to have to spend money.
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
Forecasters are telling holiday travelers in the eastern U.S. to prepare for freezing weather in the days ahead. Nearly 120 million Americans will be traveling over the Christmas holidays. Now, we're both staying close, right?
Yep.
You're staying home, I'm staying home.
I'm not going anywhere.
So here, I'll give you the Columbus forecast here in a second, but let me tell you sort of a widespread situation weather-wise for Christmas. If you're traveling in the east, forecasters say it will be blustery cold from Maine to South Carolina beginning Saturday, and it could be the coldest day of the season. The Midwest, it could get heavy snow from a Canadian storm front, from an Alberta clipper, while the Northeast will see snow mixed with rain. Best chance for snow on Christmas Eve will be in the Northeast and in the Northwestern states. It does not look like it'll be a white Christmas here for Christmas Eve. It looks like for the day, showers and 42, and Christmas Day, showers and 44. It's going to be a rainy Christmas, at least at this point. Now, we know things may change by next week, but we're looking at a sort of a rainy couple of days, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
It's just such a typical Ohio Christmas Day forecast.
I feel like, first of all, a midweek Christmas is always kind of a bummer. I like a Christmas on a Friday. Even a Saturday is acceptable to me. A Wednesday Christmas, you're out of place here. You're out of place. You shouldn't be on a Wednesday. But that's a conversation for another time. A San Diego area man is under investigation after it was learned that he communicated with a teenage Wisconsin school shooter. 21-year-old Alexander Paffendorf has admitted to talking with 15-year-old Samantha Rupnow online, allegedly telling her about his own plans to carry out an attack against a government building. He's been ordered to surrender his firearms, obviously. And of course, we know she killed one student and one teacher before turning the gun on herself at a school in Madison, Wisconsin earlier this week. 2 students remain in critical condition.
Do we know yet if there were specific targets for her?
No, they haven't said.
It could have been random. We don't
Really,
know.
they are keeping this investigation close to the chest. We did find out yesterday about the situation with her parents getting married and divorced and married
3
and
times.
divorced and married and separated. And so she
All
did
right.
not, by all appearances, did not have a great childhood.
All right.
The FBI is investigating the death of a cruise ship passenger who allegedly attacked crew members and threatened passengers on Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas. It happened like an hour into the cruise. This guy, as far as we can tell, boozed it up hard. His name's Michael Virgil. He's 35 years old. And witnesses and passengers say this guy started being super aggressive just an hour after the ship departed near L.A. Okay?
All right.
So he starts losing it. He's drunk. He's stumbling. He's shouting that he's going to kill people. Starts chasing passengers down a hallway, shouting profanities and racial slurs. So there's video showing crew members kind of getting him down and restraining him with towels and handcuffs. They throw him into ship jail, right? And sometime within an hour, the guy died.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so we don't know what he died from or what. But an investigation is underway, and those are your 3 things.
It is your Morning Blitz. That was Korn. It's Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick at 8:11. And I do want to remind everybody that tomorrow is your chance to score those Friday, Sunday Sonic Temple Rock royalty passes. Oh, man. These are the tickets to have.
Yes.
Everything that comes with this. I mean, you're talking about VIP to the extreme.
I mean, listen, do you think the people who work Rock on the Range, like those at the radio station, you might think, oh my gosh, you guys are so lucky. You get this Rock royalty pass is way more than we get.
Oh, we're lucky to get floor. We're lucky to get on the floor.
Listen, you get your own personal, concierge.
Yeah, guest services team.
Not just a dude. You get a team.
Right.
Taking care of your every need.
The reserve seats is amazing. I mean, because there's nowhere else in that place that you get reserve seats.
Nope.
And those are in sections 105, 106, and 107, which are the rows closest to the stage. The Rock Royalty Lounge, the air-conditioned room, the private restrooms, the drinks and food that nobody else has access to, and which you can pay cash for, by the way. Your own festival entry. You don't have to stand in the line with everybody else, and you get some other commemorative gifts, like over $100 worth of commemorative gifts. So the deal is, tomorrow morning, 7:20, we will tell you the Sonic Temple song of the day. And then you tune in to Ronnie Hunter in the afternoon. In the 5 o'clock hour, she will play that Sonic Temple song of the day. And when you hear it, just be caller 9 at 1-800-821-9970 when Ronnie plays the Sonic Temple song of the day. And again, we will tell you that song tomorrow at 7:20. Shine down and happy Christmas. War is over. It's 8:23 on the Morning Blitz with Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. Kelly, you're so nice. Everybody has been texting Kelly asking if their name is on the naughty list, and she has been putting in every one and responding to everybody who asks.
Heck yeah. If you ask, you're getting an answer, baby.
Every one of them.
I need you to know what to expect for Christmas.
Where did the biases from the courthouse fall?
Jamie ended up on the naughty list, of course.
She thought Sean would be.
And Sean's on the nice list.
Oh, Jamie, what happened? What happened?
I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of surprises on people's faces this morning when I let you know if you're on the naughty or nice list.
Sean is laughing his ass off right now. I know it.
This is an official list from the Department of Christmas Affairs at the North Pole. All right? So we're not joking around here. This is the official naughty and nice list.
That's great. That is great. Okay, apparently we had a legal nightclub, very popular one over on the west side of town.
Yeah.
Had you not heard about this?
There are lots of legal nightclubs.
Oh, illegal.
Oh, illegal.
Illegal.
Oh, that makes a difference. An illegal nightclub, how does it make it illegal? Like no liquor license, we're just partying it up in there?
Among other things.
All right.
Saber Latino on South Boulevard in the Great Western Shopping Center near West Broad and Wilson. The illegal nightclub had already been forced to close back in November by the Columbus Division of Fire due to safety concerns. And so they just reopened on December 8th. Parking lot packed, hundreds of people, long line out the door of people trying to get into this place. And investigators found the bar full of people and no liquor permit, and now it's been shut down again. They've had over 170 calls to Columbus Police in the past 2 years involving gunshots, fights, sexual assault, and it's now shuttered and boarded up.
So you're telling me it's taken 2 years to get in a packed, with a line out the door, illegal nightclub shut down in Columbus?
Yep. I just saw this in 614 magazine.
Okay.
Just saw it.
That's hilarious. Whatever. I'm not going to be a Karen here. But, do what you want. But I'm just saying, how does it take 2 years?
I don't know.
To figure out that an establishment doesn't have a liquor license?
When you look at the picture of the place, it looks like if you're looking at it during the daytime, it looks like a vacant building.
What's it called?
There's no name. Oh, well, it's called Sabre Latino, but there's no sign or anything on there.
Okay,
it's
so
just a white building.
And I'm assuming the Great Western Shopping Center is mostly abandoned, like
That's what
all of our.
That's what I'm saying. When you look at the picture, it just looks like an abandoned white building. Sabre is SABOR, by the way. Sabre Latino.
Sabre Latino.
Yep.
Well, how about that? You got away with it for 2 years, so good on you.
You got to have a liquor license.
Yeah, the thing is, you people, if you're going to do something like that, you got to have a pact that you're not going to be idiots and start firing guns, okay?
Yeah.
Now you've ruined it for everybody.
Right. Now, we have a funeral home here in Ohio who's doing things the right way.
Columbus.
In Columbus. What's the name of it?
I forget.
Evergreen?
But it's on 17.
Is it Evergreen?
Something like that.
Evergreen, I think.
It's across from an Evergreen cemetery. It's on 17.
Yeah. So they want to be the first funeral home to get a liquor license. And here is owner, Hunter Triplett.
My role in this position is to kind of be a party planner for dead people. Be more of a celebration of life than more of the multi-day traditional services, which cost a lot of money. And their inspector called me and they're like, "Is this Evergreen Funeral?" And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, "You would be the first funeral home to get a liquor license in the state of Ohio."
I love it. I love it. But here's my question. What would your signature cocktail be at a funeral home? Maybe for your funeral, or just, at a funeral home in general.
Yeah.
I'm thinking absinthe.
Okay. Oh, I like that.
Well, I think they call that the devil's drink.
Oh, they do?
I think so.
I don't want anything to do with the devil at my funeral, FYI. No, the devil is not invited.
And then the other one I say would be Jaeger because it's so black.
All right. Well, for me, I'm doing Shirley Temples because I cannot handle my alcohol, so it's going to be a Shirley Temple funeral for me.
Oh
yeah, I cannot handle my alcohol. I literally routinely, if I drink more than one drink, I am embarrassed about something the next day.
Oh, I'm a lightweight too.
Yeah.
I'm a lightweight too. I could probably handle a little more than you.
Yeah.
Because you never drink.
I don't.
But
I mean, every now and again, I'll have, a glass of wine or something. And it's not good. I'm starting to feel it. I'm like, oh, yeah. There's some things I need to say.
Oh, now I get it. You lose your filter.
I lose my filter, but it's usually in a nice way, but I will typically make it awkward.
All right.
And it's already awkward at a funeral. We don't need me adding to it.
All right. Well,
so Shirley Temples for me.
What do you guys think? What would be the signature cocktail at the funeral home?
We are redefining rest in peace with a liquor bar at Stiffy's Funeral Home. Celebrate life and death with a cocktail in hand, because saying goodbye shouldn't be dry.
Bottoms up!
Come raise a glass or a stiff one at Stiffy's, because nothing says closure like an open bar.
Let's party!
Stiffy's Funeral Bar, where good times live on, even when you don't. Stiffy's reminds you to please drink responsibly, even at a funeral.
I'll drink to that.
It's the Morning Blitz. We're talking about the Evergreen Funeral Home that has applied for a liquor permit, become the first ever to have one. And so we were asking, what signature cocktail would you have served at your funeral? And Kelly, of course, said Shirley Temple.
I need Shirley Temples if I'm involved because, I don't handle my liquor
She
well.
can't handle her liquor.
That's why I only have maybe 1, maybe 2 glasses of wine per year. Because old Kelly can't be trusted.
Well, if it's my funeral, my favorite drink is Grand Marnier.
Do you think that's what you'd like as your signature drink at your funeral?
Yep, Grand Marnier on the rocks.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, if I'm the dead one, I don't need anyone saying what they really thought of me either. So Shirley Temples, man. That's it.
So you don't want the devil's drink, the absinthe.
No.
I thought about Jaeger too, just because it's so black. So let's see if we got anything. Let me go over here to the text.
Yes, we have somebody who said Blacktooth Grin, which we all have heard and we know and love from Megadeth's Sweating Bullets. It is a drink, and it's supposedly a tribute to Dimebag Darrell. It's made with, and I'm reading off the internet here, 2 shots of Crown Royal, 2 shots of Seagram 7, and Coca-Cola over ice. That is a Blacktooth Grin.
All right, we got a text here. It says, good morning, guys. I've heard absinthe tastes nasty AF, as does Jaeger, in my opinion.
Yeah, absinthe is really gross.
I've heard that, too. I'd go with a rum and Coke or a smoked old-fashioned. At the wake, however, my people better be having tequila shots.
An old-fashioned. That sounds very, very old-school fancy.
My buddy Joe, that's his favorite drink.
Yeah.
Man, he loves an old-fashioned.
I think it came back. It came back into popularity after Mad Men because they were drinking old-fashioned on Mad Men. So
okay. Oh, Daniel said the RIP.
Oh, is that such a drink?
Rum, ice, and pineapple juice.
Oh, that sounds pretty tasty. The RIP, I love it.
Can we top that? How are you going to top that?
Yeah.
The rest in peace?
I love it.
Huh.
Somebody said used to be a drink called a zombie at a local restaurant here in Chillicothe. You could do the zombie.
Yeah. Kevin said a Widowmaker. I don't know what's in that.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
What's a Widowmaker? Doug says, I'll take a shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh says, got to be Jaeger bombs with Monster, not Red Bull, at his funeral.
Okay, Jaeger bombs, all right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Serena said, there better be bourbon and weed at my funeral.
Bobby says, no matter what the drink is, it has to be stiff.
Right.
You're right, Bobby.
Right.
Good one. No matter what you use, you have to name it embalming fluid. That's a good idea, Ray.
So we got to come up with an original drink and call it embalming fluid.
I like it.
That is great.
Mm-hmm.
That is great. All right. Well, I'll tell you one woman who would love this place, this funeral home. Her name is Florence Hackman. Her nickname is Fireball Flo.
Ooh, that's the greatest nickname.
Isn't it?
Fireball Flo.
Well, wait till you hear about this. She lives in Ohio. She's down in Deerfield Township. It's towards Cincinnati.
Okay.
Kelly, she just turned 106 years old.
Oh, my God.
And there she was having a birthday party, watching her beloved Cincinnati Bengals and drinking her Fireball whiskey.
Oh, I love it.
106 years old. I mean, she just absolutely adorable. Listen to this.
I'm so happy to still be here and see all you wonderful people, and let's have a good time. Well, how about that? You see, my family always had a lot of fun. We always had a lot of fun, and I never got over that.
Oh, I want to hang out with Fireball Flo.
Right? 106.
Well, you know what they're drinking at her funeral.
Fireball.
For sure.
I mean, she's like, you want a picture of her on your ad for Evergreen.
Yes.
Holding her glass of Fireball, wearing her Bengals jersey. The owner, Hunter Triplett, dude, you need to get in touch with Florence Hackman, Fireball Flo, down in Deerfield Township, and use her to market for you.
Baby Huey says there's a drink called the Adios Mother Effer. He really likes that as an idea.
Well, that makes sense.
What's in that thing?
Adios.
Oh, there's a recipe. There's a recipe. Here we go. A half-ounce vodka, a half-ounce rum, a half-ounce tequila, a half-ounce gin, a half-ounce blue curacao, 2 ounces of sweet and sour mix, Sprite or 7-Up on top, garnish with a lemon wedge.
That is almost a Long Island iced tea.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, almost.
All right.
Almost. The triple sec would have to replace. What was the last thing you said? The last liquor.
The last liquor was blue curacao.
Yes, you'd have to replace that with triple sec and replace the Sprite with Coke, and you've got a Long Island iced tea.
Okay. Hey, a little adjustment here and there, and you got yourself an adios mother effer.
All right, 2024, it's about over with. What would you say was the most overrated thing in 2024? Oh, you've got this down. You ready?
Absolutely ready. I could go right now on this.
Go ahead.
Hawk Tua.
Okay, that made the list of the top things on the list. Definitely made the list. Hawk Tua. And now I'm sure Talk Tua. Her podcast.
I mean, the girl seems like a nice, seems like a decent gal,
she
right?
seems like a really
seems
nice
like
girl.
a blast, whatever. Yeah, but oh my gosh, overrated. The first time it was mildly like, whoa. And after that, it was absolutely annoying to hear that. So months and months of Hawk Tua, wildly overrated.
It doesn't come close to what I believe was the absolute... it was the first thing that popped into my head.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
Without a doubt.
What is it?
The Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, my God. Are you serious? Come on.
Golly.
That was the biggest joke.
Agreed.
Are you kidding? All the hype, the build-up to that garbage.
Agreed.
Absolutely. So you guys tell us what was the most overrated thing in 2024. Smashing Pumpkins on the Morning Blitz at 8:51. It's Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick, winding down 2024, and we asked the question, what was the most overrated thing in 2024? I said the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. Just nothing else was even close, in my opinion, there. Kelly said Hawk Tua.
Yes.
Who, everybody said she's in trouble about some Bitcoin meme
There's
or
some kind
something.
of something or other.
Scam.
Some kind of scandal over Bitcoin or something.
Yeah, Pam said she will be going to jail.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Eric said she's in trouble. He put the link up. Meme coin controversy.
Yeah,
Hawk
I've
Tua
seen
girl.
something about it for the past couple weeks.
All right.
I don't really know what's going on.
Matt, too. I'm pretty sure Hawk Tua is headed to prison for a meme coin scam.
Oh, boy.
What in the heck did she do?
If I see the words Hawk and Tua on any kind of a news article, I scroll by so fast, it's like I'm shooting sparks out of my mouse. I cannot read anything about Hawk Tua girl.
And I tell you, based on what everybody's texting in, if Kamala Harris had this many more votes that she got for being overrated, she might have won, because everybody's saying Kamala Harris was the most overrated thing in 2024.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Casey says Linkin Park's new album was overrated. You think so, huh, Casey?
All right. Well, I mean, Casey's not the first one to say they weren't a fan. A lot of people are just upset that they didn't change the name of the band for some reason. I mean, it's like, you got to go on with life.
How about Bill says OSU football? Oh, Bill.
Hey, now you can't say that. It's not over yet. 2024 is not over yet.
I know, but you're talking to the segment of Buckeye fandom who thinks that you have to beat Michigan, and I am among those people.
I mean, they win the national championship, or they get to the championship game, then they're one of the top two, which is where they were ranked when the season started.
Makes it hurt. It makes it hurt even more.
Come on now. How about pink Stanley Cups? Got one for pink
most
Stanley
definitely
Cups.
a Stanley Cup fight.
I'm going to have to look this up. The Skibbity toilet.
Yeah, have you ever seen? We've talked about Skibbity
I
toilet
know,
on here.
it's
that weird YouTube cartoon with the
that's
head in
right.
the toilet.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
the
now I
cartoon head in
remember.
the toilet, a Skibbity toilet.
For some reason, every time I see the name, though, I think of an actual, like some sort of toilet that you buy.
No, I think you do have to be like 9 to 12 to really love Skibbity toilet.
Yeah. It's probably right up there with like Five Nights at Freddy's or something.
Yeah.
But J-Lo.
Oh, well, she really got hammered this year in the press. People were hating on J-Lo. Something I'm going to tell you, and I doubt you've seen, I don't think you spend much time on TikTok like I do, but something that was huge on TikTok for a few months, and I feel like was massively overrated, is something called the Dubai chocolate bar. Have you seen it?
No.
It's an enormous chocolate bar. It's like $25, $35. And it's got this pistachio cream stuffed in it. And people all over TikTok were buying them and like eating them on TikTok. And they look so gross.
Pistachio cream.
It's really like gross. And I think they do have other flavors as well.
I like pistachios.
Yeah, maybe you would like it. Maybe it wouldn't be overrated to you, but I feel like they were really hitting it hard on TikTok. People buying and selling these Dubai chocolate bars. They're too big. At some point, you can be too big.
Yes.
And I'm talking in terms of chocolate bars, all right? And these are just gross and big and gooey. Ugh. I say those are overrated.
By the way, Mike says something definitely underrated. Taint scabies. Just can't get away from it.
We've seen all your texts, guys. We're just not going to go back to the well on that one today. Give us a day to recover from that, and maybe we'll come back to it.
Yeah, we got to get shirts made.
We have to get shirts made first.
Let's see. AI everything. Okay. Yeah, we've heard a lot about AI this year. Eggs?
Expensive eggs?
I don't know. Just says eggs.
How can you... Oh, eggs are never overrated.
Never.
They're delicious.
What's wrong with eggs? I don't understand.
Oh, wait a minute. Not true about Skibbity. My 17-year-old son and my 45-year-old husband love it.
Okay.
Absolutely. Listen, I feel like it's geared mainly toward younger people. However, I am known to have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy, so
Yes.
I'm sure I would love it. I need to give it a chance.
Jeez. Dustin said my last relationship. Okay. All right. I get it. I understand. All right. Well, you guys can keep those coming at 99,700. Oh, Lord, my kid was talking about the toilet thing last night, said Nikki. No.
Oh, geez, we're getting hashtag free Hawk Tua. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Kelly's like, lock her up.
No.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
All right, I'm picking out one of my news stories because we need to talk about this wet wipe situation. Now, we all know you're not supposed to flush wet wipes. That's absolutely
Right, yeah, of
sanitation
course.
departments worldwide say, please, for the love of everything that is holy, do not flush your wet wipes. It's an environmental hazard. But according to anal surgeon Dr. Evan Goldstein, you should not be using wet wipes to wipe with.
What the
He
heck?
says, just like the skin on your face, your, am I allowed to say AMUS?
I think
I'm going to say BH.
This is medical.
Your BH and its surrounding skin is covered in good and bad bacteria, which work together to find homeostasis and keep your tush in tip-top condition. This says that when you use wet wipes, Dr. Goldstein says you are wiping away the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. It wipes away the balance here. So he says what can happen when you wipe away the balance and you've got an imbalance going in the BH region? You can wind up with irritation, rashes, or fungal or bacterial infections.
Okay.
All right.
Why do they
he
sell
says
these things?
Toilet paper is the way to go. You not only can you flush it, it's better for your region
But
down
it's
there.
fine on babies?
I don't know,
What are we-
man.
why-
Take it up with Dr. Goldstein.
Why are they selling them? I don't get.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Here again. This
They
is
do
like
say-
yesterday it was vitamin D. I can't take vitamin D now or calcium vitamins, but now I can't use butt wipes.
The article does start out with saying wet wipes are the San Pellegrino of butt cleansing tools. They feel like a fancier, grown-up version of toilet paper.
Yes.
That's then from there, the article goes south for the San Pellegrino of butt cleansing tools.
Again, I'm right back to my whole life has been an effing lie.
Yeah.
Everything. Everything is fake. Everything is a fraud. Everything is a lie.
Yeah. Just back to basics, Thick. That's all they're saying. Back to basics. You don't need your fancy wet wipes. It's going to screw up your
Oh,
BH
let me go
microbiome.
get some leaves out of the woods. We'll get way back to basics.
Well, now you're getting crazy, aren't you? All right. Since Christmas Day and New Year's Day both fall on Wednesdays this year, Franklin County Emergency Management says it is canceling the weekly test of tornado sirens next week and the week after. So we will not hear that normal woo-woo on our Wednesdays.
Good.
They will be conducting silent tests of the system. Who has to work to conduct a silent test on an emergency management system?
Let them stay home. We're not going to get a tornado.
Can't they do it on Thursday instead?
Yes,
it's just a test.
They do them every month.
All right. The sound of the sirens, though, thank goodness, will return on January 8th. All right. There are exactly 2 remaining Sam Goody stores in the U.S., but soon there will be none. The retailer will be closing its remaining brick-and-mortar stores at the Ohio Valley Mall in St. Clairsville, Ohio, and the Rogue Valley Mall in Medford, Oregon. They're both going to close in the new year. I think the St. Clairsville, Ohio store is closing in February. No word on when the Medford, Oregon store is closing. But Oregon, they like to have the last remaining brick and mortar of some chain. Like they were the last Blockbuster, right, in Oregon.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll hold out so they can be the very last Sam Goody. I don't know if you ever shopped at Sam Goody.
I've been there.
Yeah, they had 1,300 locations across the country at its peak. I used to go, I'm trying to think of the music store that was in the mall, the OG Northland Mall. But I did used to go to Camelot Music a lot.
Camelot, there was Record and Tape
Used to
Outlet,
go to Media
Buzzard's
Play
Nest,
all the time.
Media Play.
Buzzard's Nest, RTO.
Yeah.
But there was one in Northland Mall, and it was not... See, Sam Goody was in Northland Mall at one point, or at least... No, maybe they were at Polaris at one point.
Man, what was in there?
But there was a Northland Mall record store, because I remember it's where I bought Nothing Like the Sun by Sting. Is that the name of it? Nothing Like the Sun. Yeah, that was the album. Nothing Like the Sun. I bought that in Northland Mall at a record store, but I can't remember the name of it. If you can, text us at 99700. And yeah, so it's kind of sad. Our brick and mortars are sort of going away. If you've been to the mall or any store that used to be packed tight during the Christmas season, they've got business, but it's nothing like it was before. It's, there's a little melancholy feeling when it comes to these stores closing, especially ones you shopped at as a kid. But anyway, the last 2 Sam Goody stores closing down, and those are your 3 things.